Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit of time since our last upload, but we have been busy. So we've got a couple more tubs, just a few more, and a couple more parts, but we're ready to actually give an update on what we have so far. So let's talk tubs.
Let's talk tubs. We have lots and lots and lots of McLaren carbon fiber tubs now. We're gonna have a sale at some point here.
We've got a few.
So this, actually let's back up. The first tub we have is the P1 tub itself. So we have, let me back up. We have the P1, which has a tub in it.
Yeah.
Then parked outside, I've got the 765, which also has a tub in it. Those we're not gonna mess with. This is the donor MP412C. This one has a tub, which as it turns out is the same as a 675 LT tub, which we had completely redone. Look how shiny and clean it is.
Fully repaired.
Yep, we got that.
Yep.
So we have that tub. And then over here, we have another tub. Now this one is destroyed. We got it on eBay, why not? That's where you get tubs, right? So this tub, which by the way, Kenny, it came with extra tubes.
Yeah, it has a few.
This is no bueno right there. That's not good. So not usable, but this has the A pillars that we need, which in retrospect, we shouldn't have cut off the 675 LT tub, but live and learn.
Hindsight is 20/20 on that.
Then we have another 650S convertible tub. This one's in pristine condition, amazing. And this, Kenny, correct me if I'm wrong, given A, it's not broken, B, we're gonna try and use this tub, especially given the fact that it's somewhat assembled, we're gonna try and use this tub for the P1 kind of Lanzant-like convertible that we want to build. So what we're gonna do, what are we gonna do?
Well, so we've got to cut a lot of the unnecessary stuff that the 650 has that we just can't use. So like these, let me pull. Door fittings here, none of this is going to work because P1 is completely different. But instead of cutting off the mounts like we did last time, we're going to keep them.
Cut off the mounts.
We're going to keep them on this one. And we're going to really just see how much we can use before we have to start removing stuff.
A little trivia note, we used over 80 Sawzall blades to get the pillars off that we should not have taken off.
Yeah. It's a bit of a bummer. Issue with some of the things that we're going to need to do, windshield, and a lot of this fitting is just not going to work for the P1. It's just not going to happen.
Well, but the A-pillars will work.
The A-pillars will work, but the glass is going to have to go, and some of these fittings are going to have to go. We're going to have to design. Did we didn't buy the 3D printer yet, did we?
Not yet.
But we're going to get a giant 3D printer to 3D print some like prototype pieces to test out a lot of stuff. It's also going to be really cool. So, and unlike the Haas, I'll actually know how it works.
Right.
So that'll be great.
The notable differences between like a P1 tub, we were just looking at a video of one, and this one, it's where, so if you take these massive steel, I think this is steel, these massive steel A-pillars here, the P1 has a nub, that's the technical term for it, a nub,
yes.
that kind of comes out this way. So we've ordered, and that's where you mount the doors. So we've ordered the hinges, for the P1 doors, which we have over there, and we're gonna try and figure out how that hinge will somehow
Fit.
attach here. We might, there may be cutting, but that's why we have that one first. So that's the test tub before we cut this tub. So this will be a measure twice, cut once type deal.
Yeah, we can test out today if you want to cut.
No.
It would need we need like gas mask, eye protection, whole thing.
Good.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, the amazing thing is like all the bottom half of these tubs, they are identical.
Yeah.
They are literally identical. What's very differentiating for the P1 is the top half, the top piece, the pillar mounts. If you come over here to the back end, you know, we took the P1 rear clamshell and kind of set it, you know, here to try and figure out, all right, where does it mount? And actually, these lines here, it just like literally slides over like a glove, the P1 rear clamshell. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. But you've got, like, if you come take a look at this line right here. So this metal, then you've got plastic here, but this line right here is basically garbage, don't need it. So we'd have to cut that off, throw it away. But again, we're gonna try it out on that one.
We're gonna do a
first.
test run.
Right. And this one we got from Arizona Cycle Parts, AZ Cycle Parts, they were awesome to deal with. We also happen to have a unrelated, but it's important. What is that?
That's a GT4 transmission to go with our GT4 motor.
And we have a GT4.
And they're going in that thing
And we have
over
a
there.
GT4 ECU. So we're going to jam all of that. We're going to take it, and then we're going to shove it up into that Boxster, and then we're going to put a Veil kit or a body kit on top of it. But so the plan right now, and the update for this week is measure twice, cut once, but that's going to be the one that we screw up on. And the cool part is we can also leverage the pillars from that blah, blah, blah to reattach to the other tub should we need that. But it's becoming abundantly clear that P1 convertible, achievable.
Yeah, pretty cool. You know, measure twice, cut once is pretty out of character for us, but we've learned our lesson. So we typically have
What evidence would you point to?
cut and then 3 weeks later have to be filled with regret, being like, I shouldn't have done that.
This one's actually really good because there's like tubes and cords and plugs and
Well,
things.
we got plenty of tubes on
Which,
that
by
one,
the
so
way,
not
too worried.
Yeah, well, we completely ripped all of that off. You know, we were overzealous, but this one actually, you know what? This one's got potential in terrific shape.
Yeah, sorry, Zach. We spent a long time cutting that one. You can tell him my bad.
Yeah. This is, but so we're looking forward to digging into this one, and as soon as we do, we'll have an update. We'll probably try and do. I think a great video would be a dry fit test. Once we get very carefully the very few superfluous things that we do not need removed from this, then we'll do a dry fit video so everybody can kind of see how the rear clamshell will kind of slip over that. We're obviously going to need to manufacture some, you know, tubing or a carbon fiber box or blah, 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 something back here. Yes, well, that's the thing. So the last thing is we are buying an intergalactically large 3D printer, the biggest that we can find. It's called the big.
It's literally called like
The big 180, big 180 or something like that. And then that'll give us the ability to kind of model out, you know, parts before we destroy things. The big plan is, at some point, we're going to have to take, let's show them the P1 door, because this is the come to your respective deity moment that we have, that we're going to have to manage. At some point, not now, if we want to make the P1 convertible a real living thing, we're going to have to cut it right there and right there. So that would be like the door and all that. Not now. So what we're going to do is scan this door, like spin it around, 3D scan it. Then we're going to print a model of the door. We'll cut the model.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Better
that's what
yet,
we're
we will
gonna do.
make prototype versions of the doors.
Right, so
without
somewhere on
piece.
this wall, we're gonna write in big giant letters, measure twice, cut once. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, and we can cut as many times as we want on prototype plastic doors. And when we want to test out things like a custom clamshell assembly, instead of getting a whole body thing put together and then we hate it and it doesn't work, we can just 3D print plastic ones, and then we mess up again and again, it doesn't matter.
But I will say, like, admittedly, this just having this lower half of the tub is pretty awesome. And let's assume for a minute
cool.
It is cool. And let's assume for a minute that the 650 tub works, and we get this whole thing going. We could easily turn this into a lounge chair. That's
Or
exactly
really
what it's turned into.
Dope gaming setup.
Yep, gaming. Yes, I love that monitor right
Racing
here.
sim.
That'd be so sick.
Genius! I love that idea. So we could do all of the above. That would actually work. So tub is definitely not going to waste. May end up being a racing sim, but
You never know.
for right now, we're going to take the leap with the 650S tub.
This is literally our Franken 12C. So it's back now, fully operational, everything. It was what, white doors?
White doors. This is
Yeah.
this is 2.5 MP4s
Yeah.
that we needed to borrow parts from to get it all put back together.
Yeah, it was not the easiest process to get it where it is now, but
Not
look
at
what a
all.
little pretty wrap does, right? You never know.
Yeah.
And anyone not watching our videos would be like, whoa, cool 12C, but we know.
Yeah, yeah. That's
We
the
know.
Franken-McLaren. But it's got, so we've got the cool doors that have the swipey sensor, which is very cool, rather than the super lame button that came later. I guess it was because it was unreliable, but it's cooler. We did it in a stealth gray wrap, which we love. What else did we do on this?
But we made it work.
Made it work, well,
Yeah.
but we did like a custom bonnet.
Had
that
to
carbon
hook up
fiber
all
bonnet.
the radiators set up again. Yeah, new custom bonnet.
Custom bumper.
Custom bumper, that's true. We
Yeah.
fixed the headlights, defogged these guys.
Yeah.
What else did we
Wing.
do? Wing. Yeah,
Double
big
stack wing. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know, like for the purposes of the video, this would be like, we should get like a wide shot of this real quick, because it kind of shows, if you zoom out for a minute, like the whole car.
You
So-
never know. You would
Honestly,
never know.
you know what? This is a 2013 MP4 12C convertible, but it looks brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it just rolled, I mean, minus the dirt, but it looks like it rolled off the factory
Oh,
line.
we
This is-
are, I forgot to mention as well, we're doing a scan and a custom model for this guy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna 3D print that, and that'll look cool.
Yeah, like a little mesh.
Don't know if it's gonna melt,
Well,
but
no, yeah, that would be bad. Maybe we need to do it out of aluminum.
Yeah.
But it'll work. This is gonna work. We've got, but it honestly, like, if somebody is out there like, hey, you know, would I consider, or would you consider getting a 2013, 2014 MP4 12C for sub 100K, which is not cheap, but as
It's a
far
good
as
bargain.
McLaren's go, I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking like
$33
McLaren twin turbo V8, blah blah blah. You put the angry big nostril bonnet, get the front end bumper, get the double stacked wing, do some kind of cool wrap, unless you got an awesome color and it's not made from 3 McLarens. It looks amazing. It really does.
And if you just have, you know, 3 backup V8s for whenever this has any problems, then you're good to go. So
Yes,
we
that
we
also
do
helps.
have those. That
we
does
do,
help.
We do. So there you go. So that's the update on the MP4, but we're gonna start dry fitting the P1, I guess, convertible now.
Yeah.
And we'll see if it works.
Yeah, gonna get some parts, move around. First goal is getting that off of the trailer. So we're
Your
gonna
job.
do that. Yeah, my job. And if we get anything else cool on inventory that kind of comes into the garage, we'll probably make a video for it. But for now, focusing on the P1, and hopefully we have something new to tell people later.
Love it. And I'm gonna give like credit where credit is due. The P1 convertible idea, it was Kenny's. I mean, technically it was Lanzan's and they thought of it, and then Kenny saw a picture and he was like, that could work. But we're gonna give Kenny credit for it.
Just a lot less complicated than what they're doing, I would say. You know.
Is it though?
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
We have like 5 tubs in here, 4 tubs, whatever.
I would just say, as far as touching that bodywork, as minimum as we have to do.
Yeah, the minimal
So
amount.
we don't want to cut. That's why we're going to get the 3D printer, because we don't want to cut any of our nice P1
That's the
bodywork
plan.
just yet.
But for now, we'll do a video of the resurrection of Lazarus here when we do the fire up, and we'll do a test drive. But looks pretty slick. And then coming
Put it on high
soon.
planes.
Yeah. And then coming soon to a theater near you is the dry fit test for the 650 tub mated with all the P1 subframe stuff.
All right.
I'm
Nice.
driving.
Yeah, passenger for our not actual tub. Well, I know that was a big info dump for you guys today, but we have a lot of things happening right now, so we wanted to keep you guys in the loop, give you guys updates on what's coming in the future, and we do want to do our first official P1 build video next. So, you know, be sure to subscribe and, you know, keep track on all of our notification bell and all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you guys are up to date with everything that we're doing. And
Do you know you're wearing those little gloves there?
yeah.
Look like a Mickey Mouse.
Thanks. And now that's ruined. So thank you all. Appreciate it. And yeah, be sure to tune in on our next video.